Hi there, Laura here. Today I'm going to do my month in review for March, and I got this idea from Kyra at JourneyInBeauty, so I'll link her channel below with her latest month in review so you can have a look. And I'm just going to go through my empties, things I brought, and a little tip that I've been enjoying this month and a favourite. So let's get started. So I've got my empties thing here. It's not full. There's not that much of it. And I usually end up starting with masks, so I'll get those out and start with those. So I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 masks this month. So the first one I used was the Skin Republic Anti-Aging Collagen Infused Mask. And this is cruelty free. It's made in Korea, but it's an Australian brand from what I can tell. I enjoyed this mask. I'd use it again. I also used the Glow Lab Detoxifying Face Mask, Purifying Charcoal, which is pH balanced, alcohol free, antioxidant rich, and dermatologically tested. You know what I mean. It's one of those words I trip over. And this one is also cruelty free and recyclable. Proudly New Zealand owned, it says. And I've used that one before, and I'd use it again because it's easily accessible because I can buy it at my supermarket, and I enjoyed it. Also, these two are also easily accessible in my supermarket. This is the Garnier Hydro Bomb, and what is this? They both say the same thing, hang on. So this one's a soothing mask, and this one is a rejuvenating mask. I've used these several times before, and I'd probably use them again. My daughter really likes the soothing ones for if she gets a sunburnt face, as she sometimes does because she's not very good at putting sunscreen on, even though I tell her all the time. I also used the Bees Brilliance Original Manuka Honey Mask. I got a little sample from the chemist. This is also a New Zealand product. No harm to bees, no parabens or harmful ingredients, pure New Zealand. It doesn't have what's in it on the little sample, but it was definitely a honey mask. It felt like you were putting runny honey on your face. So it was sticky, and I didn't enjoy it that much. My skin felt nice and soft and moisturised afterwards, but I don't actually like honey very much. I don't have it on my toast or anything because I don't like the taste of it, so that smell of honey all over my face was that, and it was sticky, so it washed off really easily, which surprised me. I thought I might have trouble washing it off, but yeah. I'm not a honey fan, so I didn't enjoy that one that much. I wouldn't repurchase it, or I wouldn't purchase it. And the other one I used was the hyaluronic acid and collagen one from the same Skin Republic. This one was nice too. I would use this one again. I think I would repurchase these ones over the Neutrogena ones. I think these ones made my skin feel nicer, but I have to go further to get these ones, whereas I can get these ones at my supermarket. So those were all the masks that I used. So I used 5 masks, and I also used a clay mask, but that's not empty, so it's not in my empties. I used up my Neutrogena Deep Clean Gel to Foam Micellar Makeup Remover Deep Cleanser for dry skin. And these are one of those reverse pressure pump bottles. And I really like this stuff, but I find it hard to get at my supermarket because sometimes they have it and sometimes they don't, and it's really annoying. And even now in the bigger town it very often doesn't have this. It seems like whenever I find a product I really like, I can't find it anywhere. But so what I would do is I'd do my oil cleanse, getting my eye makeup and dissolving all my makeup and stuff, and take that off, and then I would use this as my second cleanse. And if I go away anywhere and I don't want to take too much stuff with me, I just take this, and it works well for a morning cleanse and a evening cleanse. So I like this product, and I would repurchase it again, except that I have trouble finding it. And also like I actually think the one for the one for normal skin works better for taking my makeup off than the one for dry skin, but they both work. But I think the other one works better, and I don't notice a difference in how dry it makes my skin. So this one doesn't make my skin less dry, is what I mean, for dry skin. So I don't notice any difference between the two, apart from the one for normal skin seems to take off my makeup better than this one, but this one works as well. And stay in the cleanser range at the moment. I also use my Proactive No. 1 Cleanse. This is just my regular cleanser, so I repurchase this over and over because I've mentioned before that I get cystic acne, and every time I stop using this system it comes back, so I just keep using it. I used up my Health Basics Gentle Nail Polish Remover in the non-acetone formula, and I went to repurchase some more, and they've taken it off the shelf. There's something in it now that no longer meets New Zealand regulations. So should I be worried about that? I'm not sure. So I have to find a new nail polish remover. And I used up, back to cleansing, I used up the cleansing oil and the Sukin Super Greens. This is really good. I've repurchased this and I really enjoy it. I was using the Trilogy Balm, Makeup Be Gone Balm thing, and it was alright, but it was quite hard to get off my eyes in there. It would make my vision all blurry and stuff for a bit while I was doing that. I like this one better. This one's a lot lighter, and I feel like I can put it all over my face more, whereas the other one I didn't want to put it all over my face because it was just too thick and I was worried about it clogging my pores. It probably didn't, but I didn't like it as much. So I really like this one, and I've repurchased it, and this one is a lot cheaper as well. This one is also cruelty-free, an Australian brand, got no sulfates, no synthetic fragrances, no animal derivatives, no harsh detergents, no artificial colours, no mineral oils, no parabens, and a few other things as well. And it's natural, vegan, no testing on animals, and Australian made. The other thing I used up is my La Roche-Posay. I have trouble saying that. La Roche-Posay sunscreen. I've already repurchased this because it's a sunscreen that I discovered this year that actually doesn't break my face out. So I really like it, and I will continue to keep repurchasing it, even though it is quite expensive. It's a 50 foot plus. I used up my e.l.f. face primer, and you'll see why I'm laughing if you watch my Teen Project Pan update, because yeah, that's all gone anyway. I used up my Elizabeth Arden Provage Anti-Aging Daily Serum little sample that I had. It was alright. I didn't notice a whole heap of anti-aging, it was just alright. Would I repurchase it? Probably not for the price it is, no. I used up my Simple Sensitive Skin Facial Cleansing Wipes. I don't use these that often. Occasionally for clean up while I'm putting my makeup on, or for getting off swatches. So when I take my makeup off, I use this stuff. I don't use this to take my makeup off because so far I haven't found any cleansing wipe that doesn't sting my eyes a bit. This one is okay. It's better than a lot of the other ones I've tried. And also it feels quite wasteful using tons of makeup wipes every time I want to take my makeup off. And I've got an alternative for this, which I'm going to show you later. I used up a deodorant, just a Dove Invisible Dry, and yes, I've repurchased. I use this one during the day, and if I just need something really light, like say in the evening or something, then I don't have to worry about getting really hot and things. Then I'll either use nothing or I'll use a natural one, which I'm still figuring out. I used up my Elizabeth Arden Retinol Ceramide capsule bottle, and this I've already repurchased this, so you would have seen it in my purchases from last month, and I've started the new bottle, so that was all finished now. And I finished up my piercing antiseptic lotion for my ears because I got my ears double pierced at the beginning of the year, and they finally feel like they're all healed up and I can stop doing stuff with them. So that's all gone. And the makeup items that you would have already seen, so I'll just run through them quickly, is I've used up my Revolution Sport Fix setting spray. I have used my L'Oreal brow pomade. And I have finished, because there's still a little bit I could scrape out, but I'm not going to, out of my Maybelline Juicy Pink Colour Sensational Lipstick. And that is all my empties. My bag is now empty. So it's actually been a few hours later because I had to run an errand, and then it was 12:30, so I had some lunch. So I'm back. Not that you noticed that I was gone. So up to new purchases for the month. Now, I did make a online purchase from Revolution, and I've already done a video about that, so I'm not going to go through what I brought there. But the other things that I brought was the La Roche-Posay Vitamin C Cream. So the Anti-Wrinkle Firming Concentrate Intense. For wrinkles, lack of firmness and lack of luminosity. Redermic C10 combines 10% pure vitamin C in its most assimilative and effective form with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E for hydration and visibly plumper look. The Redermic C10 provides an intensive corrective action as of 1 week, leaves the skin looking plumper and reduces the look of wrinkles, reinforces skin firmness, evens out complexion, and leaves the skin looking more luminous. So I don't know if I'm looking like I've got less wrinkles and plumper. I've been using it for the last 2 weeks, and I've been using it in the mornings. You can use it twice a day, but I've been using it in the mornings, and I've been liking it so far. And I've been using their vitamin C eye cream for a while. I've nearly finished that one. So I'm quite enjoying this brand, and it doesn't seem to react with my skin in any unwanted ways. so yeah, no, I've been enjoying that one. And what else did I buy? Oh, and I brought my Elizabeth Arden Retinol Ceramide capsules, which I use at night time. So I've been using this in the morning and using this at night. The actual bottles are in my bathroom, so I just thought I'd show you the boxes. And what else did I buy? I brought some really interesting stuff, some hair clips and some little ones as well, because I didn't have any. And because I'm trying out the curly girl method, which I did something a bit different last time I washed my hair and it didn't work nearly as well, so I will go back to doing what I was doing before. And so if you want to make sure that you've got the volume at the top, you can put the little pins in, standing up like this, just to while it's drying, and that makes sure you've got your volume at the top if it's going a bit flat. So I had to buy some because I didn't have any. And also my youngest daughter went shopping in Cotton On, and she was there way too long, and I ended up buying a whole lot of earrings. So I brought these ones, which I've actually worn in a video already. And I brought these ones, which I've also worn in a video already. And I brought these ones, which I haven't worn yet. And these ones, which I've worn these two, which I wore those two with the moon star earrings. And then I told Elise that she had to hurry up because I was buying too much stuff. Actually, and then what else did I buy? I brought another sunscreen. So I talked about that in my Empties, and this is my replacement. And then I did buy some makeup. The first lot of makeup I brought was the Euphoria palette from BYS. So this has been out for ages, but we've only just got it in store in New Zealand. And it's lots of lovely colours, mostly mattes. This colour, this blue one here, looks like it might be a satin. Yeah, so that one's a bit of a satin. But I wanted some matte colours because my other BYS matte colours, the Festival palette, I don't like it. It doesn't work as well as I think it should. But the ones in this format work a lot better. And I have actually used this a couple of times, and it does work a lot better than the other one. So I grabbed that when it was there. And then when I went to Farmers on that same day, they had the NYX Matte liquid liner, which I already use, but I've been using it for quite a while and I really enjoy it. So you don't actually know. So I've been using it for a while and I really enjoy it, and so this is like a backup one for when that one runs out because it's the only one I've got. And they had NYX had holographic hollow cream eyeliner. So it's not really, well, they call it a cream eyeliner, but I've just been using it as a cream eyeshadow. I have to open it upside down because you can't get it out otherwise. But it's really pretty, and I've worn it a couple of times and really enjoyed it. I haven't actually tried it as liner, but I should do. So as you see, I have actually worn it. Take a little bit out so you can see what it looks like. But look at that. So pretty. Very sparkly on my finger. Really nice. It was the only colour they had that I thought, oh yeah, I want some of that. And it goes, it's a really nice colour to go with my Dream With a Vision palette, this Skylight colour. So if I want a sparkly thing to go with that matte Skylight colour, then that's perfect for that. Now more glittery and covered in stuff. So I got that, and then the last thing that I purchased, this was something that I probably wouldn't have picked up, but I saw Cindy Lou Bindi reviewing it. Words. Reviewing it, and I thought it looked really interesting. She really liked it, and that is the BYS Banana Rama palette. So I haven't taken it out of the box yet. I've only had it for a few days. So I'll try that out over the next month. And that's all I brought. So I did pretty well in not buying too much this month. If you don't count all the eyeshadow palettes that I got from Revolution. Oh, sorry, no, that's not all I brought. I missed out this one. It was the Wet n Wild Lash-O-Matic Mascara Plus Fibre Extension Kit, because I was looking for an eye primer and I couldn't find one, and this was as close as I could get. So I have, in one of my videos, I've got me using that. I haven't decided what I think of it yet. I'm still deciding if I like it or not. So, something that I have been doing lately, and I have mentioned it before in, I think in my Team Project Pen videos, but if you don't watch those, if you're not into project penning, you might not have seen those. And that is using my pressed powder and my loose powders together. So it doesn't matter which one it is. And because I don't use pressed powders that often, I prefer a loose powder, but for some reason I keep buying pressed powder, so I've got a whole lot of them that I need to use. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte one. And what I do is I get my loose powder, which sometimes can look a bit too powdery on its own, and I just put a little bit in with my pressed powder, and then I get my powder brush. This is just a Thin Lizzy powder brush that you get when you get Thin Lizzy, which I don't have anymore because I used it up. And then I just swirl my brush in it, and then I can powder on my face. And then by the time I finish powdering my face, it's all gone and kind of swirls and mixes together. And it makes, I'm just looking in the mirror to make sure that I haven't got any lumps on my face, but it makes a really nice mix. It's a really nice finish. And I find it doesn't matter which loose powder I use. Sometimes I use my L'Oreal True Matte Minerals, sometimes I use my Revolution Lace powder, sometimes I can use my Maybelline Master Fix loose powder. I'm just putting the lid on before I hold it up. It just gives a nicer finish than either one of them on their own. So I've been really enjoying that combination. And so if you've got either a loose powder or if you've got a pressed powder that you find you're just not using, then try mixing them together and see if that helps. So that was my tip for this month. And my favourite for this month, I have actually talked about, I think it was last month, that I had brought these makeup removal cloths. And these are not the expensive makeup eraser ones. These are the cheap ones that you buy at the supermarket. I brought mine. Wash my nose, what's up? So this one was the cheap one from the supermarket, and I have been using these every day when I take my makeup off for the last 2 months now, and I love them, and my skin has been really good for the last 2 months, and I'm sure it's because I've added this into my routine, which I wasn't doing before. So what I used to do, I'll just use my Empties to demonstrate. So what I used to do is I'd get my cleansing oil and I would dissolve my makeup with that, and I tend to wipe off the eye stuff with a tissue because then I go back in with my oily fingers and just loosen up anything else that's there. And then I jump in the shower and emulsify it all, and then do my double cleanse with this. And that was doing a pretty good job. I'd get all the makeup off in that. But I just felt like I wanted to be able to make sure all that oil was off my face and things. I don't know, just I wanted to wipe it off. So I saw this in the supermarket, and I'd seen some people talking about the makeup erasers and that. And I'd seen the girls on Beauty News do a review on the makeup eraser in a microfiber cloth, and basically they both work pretty much the same. So I thought, well, a cheap makeup one will be fine. So I brought one, tried it out, and quite liked it. So once I had decided that I did like it, I ended up buying a whole lot and replacing a few of my face cloths. So I've always got a clean one. So once I've used it, I put it in the wash and get a clean one the next day. So what I do now is I do my oil and take off my eye makeup with a tissue still, because I just want to, not all of it, just, you know, when you wear lots of colourful eye makeup and you put oil on, and I don't want to spread all that eye makeup over all of my face, so I tend to take that off, and then I go back with my oily fingers and just loosen everything up. Jump in the shower with my cloth, and then I use my cloth to make sure all the makeup is off, and it's also like a gentle exfoliating thing because it's a cloth, and I can't use scrubs on my face. So as soon as I put a scrub on my face, a physical scrub, I end up breaking out every time, and my skin just doesn't like it. But I can use this and it doesn't do that, and then I'll go in with my second cleanse. And since I have been using the makeup cloth, my skin has been really good. I've had hardly any breakouts at all, and I'm loving it. So this is definitely a favourite, and I have a drawer full of them now because, as I said, I use them in the evening when I take off my makeup, and then I put them in the wash, and then the next day I'll get a new one. So I just wash them in the washing machine, so it's easy, just like you would a face cloth, and they're really great. So if you're wondering if you should bother with a makeup cloth, then I would say yes. You can take all your makeup off with this, but I don't want to rub my eyes that much, which is why I use the cleansing oil first. So I'll put the cleansing oil around my eyes to loosen up all that makeup on my eyes and mascara and things. And whatever's left on my hands, that's what I rub on my face, because I don't feel like I really need a lot of it for the rest of my face. And this is taking off my face makeup mostly, and all my makeup is off. By the time I get out of the shower, it's all off, because other times when I haven't been using the cloth, I've just been using these two. There are times when you'll get out and you'll dry your face, and then you'll realise, oh, I didn't quite get all the mascara off or something. So, love this. So that is my month in review. Should I do a favourite palette? It's really easy, you've already seen it. My favourite palette was Dream with a Vision by Makeup Obsessions, which is like a sister company to Makeup Revolution Beauty London. It's got written down the bottom. So I'll have coming up soon 4 looks with this palette, using this palette and my Pan That palette. So my Pan That palette partner, next one will be this one, because I've been enjoying using that one. And thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.